in our block, and he encourages everybody to file your taxes early. And I want to take that one to heart.
Especially this year.
Anyway, our next speaker, Bill Nathan.
I appreciate this opportunity. I was going to give an educational moment today, but I filled in as a speaker, so you won't mind if I look at my notes a bit. How many of you are up to a challenge? Raise your hands, please.
All the time.
Look at that. Wait, keep them up. I'd love to get a picture because I see everybody's hand up. I see everybody's hand up, okay? Now, we have two challenges to talk about today. Excuse me. The first one is our Distinguished Club Award, which I've talked about before. And the reason I bring this up is simply to talk again about accomplishments by individual members. We now have a chance to win the highest award that the clubs offer in our first year, and that is the Distinguished President's Award. And we can win that partially because of Arash, that he got an advanced award already, which gave us a heads up, or a step up, I should say. Now, to win the President's Award, we need 4 people to complete 10 speeches before June 30th. Many of us are on our way to complete that, and I think it will be, I don't want to say easy, but not difficult for us to do it. The one that concerns me is the Competent Leadership Award, because we started off kind of not understanding that. Now we know that there are only 21 things to do to accomplish that award. How many have their Competent Leadership book with them today? Well, we're improving. We're improving. Everybody should have their book with them, because there is an opportunity for almost everybody, regardless of your task, to be able to get a notch on your belt, so to speak, within the competent leadership category. Okay, now for example, the other thing I want to talk about is the second challenge. We're going to have 2 contests on March 1st, the meeting of March 1st, at the same meeting. The one will be the table topics contest, and the second will be the, I'll call general speech contest, which they call international speech contest. International sounds like a highfalutin title, but I guess it's because everybody all over the world is going to compete. We only have to be concerned about our particular area as far as competition. Now, we had 2 competitors in the fall in the humorous and the evaluation contest, and I'm certainly hoping that we will have members stand up to this challenge for both the speech and the table topics contest. Table topics contest is going to be a situation where Vivian Milne, who was our representative to the evaluation contest in the fall, will ask the same question of all contestants. The contestants will be out of the room and brought in one at a time to answer the question. Now, I'd like to just say something about answering the question, and I would like to refer to what Arash answer to his question was today, and that is that he turned the question around because he didn't feel that he could give a good answer to the question that was asked. He turned it around in order to answer what he wanted to. The point being is you don't have to exactly answer the question, it's how you do it. It's how you answer the question. And it's with whether you do it with humor, whether you do it with vocal variety, whether you do it by gestures or whatever. The object is not to stand there and think about, now, how do I truthfully answer this question? The way you do it is with a little bit of panache. Is is that good
Yeah,
word?
that's very
Or
good.
with a
Great
little
word.
bit of flair, if I may, because I think that's what gets the judge's attention. Now, the other part of that meeting is going to be the judges. Because rather than have everybody vote on who is best, we're going to assign judges, people who have not volunteered for the position, for the contest, to be judges. And we're gonna have judges' ballots. Now, the chief judge also gets a notch on his or her belt on the competent leadership board, because there is a place for the person who is kind of managing the contest. So think about that. Okay. The other advantage of being a judge is that it gives you a chance to see all of the attributes that a judge is supposed to measure or to evaluate when you give either a speech or table topics or whatever it may be. So it's important that people be judges as well as be participants, because each one is a different kind of learning activity. So I encourage you to do that. What I would like to ask as a closing remark today is to ask each of you to think about participating as a table topics contestant, if you don't feel like preparing an entire speech, or for those of you who are a little more ambitious, perhaps being willing to put yourself a little bit out further to give a speech. I will also say that even attending the contest at the area level and higher is quite an incredible experience. Susie and I and Chuck have been to these, and it's amazing to hear some of the speakers. You learn so much about technique and being able to do the various tasks that we're asked to do. So I encourage you, number one, to please sign up, and I won't have a sign-up link, just tell me that you'd like to be a contestant. Number two, to be table topics contestants, and number three, be judges. And I appreciate your time, and I hope you all participate. Thank you.